back, students. Welcome to the course Natural Language Processing. My name is Priyanka Gupta. I am working as assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science Department at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Students, our today's topic is the classical toolkit. I am going to cover about the introduction of classical toolkit, how to install that, how to import the different corporas and corpus, and how to list those corpora and download the corpora. Let's start. So the classical toolkit that is CLTK is a Python library offering natural language processing for the languages of pre-modern languages. That is actually pre-configured pipeline that is available for the 19 languages. 19 languages are there in that that is going to support for the ancient, classical, medieval, Eurasia, etc. That is going to support the Greek, Latin, Akkadian and the Germanic language and are completely most complete. It is a Python package which in some areas extended as a natural language toolkit, that is NLTK toolkit. The not as advanced, that is advanced version of CLTK. The CLTK still holds its significance. Why? Because that is actually has been used for the classical languages like English, Greek, Hindi and Punjabi, etc. The surviving literature of the entirely of Eurasia and North Africa from roughly we can say from 3000 BC to 1500 AD. So that was actually survived at that time. It is richer in corpora. There are many corpora has been kept here, like 50 plus corpora it is supporting. Then NLTK but lacks advanced tools. So it is only lacking of the advanced by the time actually every system will be actually advanced. So that tools also has been advanced. In NLTK there is pure stagger and for some languages like Hindi which NLTK has. So for that it is only lacking. The classical toolkit language that is having the CLTK.NLP function class that is going to accept a CLTK.core data types dot pipeline function object. Actually it is supporting this pipeline function. The module we can say the CLTK, the languages, the pipelines contains all the pre-configured pipelines and that is supported for the 19 languages. The languages are Akkadian, Arabic, Aramaic, Classical Chinese, Coptic, Gothic, Greek, Hindi, Latin, Middle High German, English, French, Old Church, Slavonic, Old Norse, Pali language, Punjabi and Sanskrit language. So these are the languages it is supporting with the help of pre-configured pipelines. The CLTK actually contains 4 type of data types, that is a native data type. The first data type is CLTK.core.data_types.word. Here W is capital. So this is again a data type that is containing all the processed information for each word token. So token is nothing but in a sentence, in a paragraph, each word will be made as a token and that is giving the information how many words are there. Is it noun? Is it adjective? Is it verb? So likewise that in the NLTK library it will be divided with these tags like noun, pronoun and adjectives. That is having the attribute including word.string, word.lemma, word.pos, word.governor and word.embedding. So these 5 types of attributes are there with the in the data type word. So the word.string is supporting the string. In word.lemma is actually supporting the lemma. Lemma is nothing but from the word we are deriving the lemma. The word.pos is nothing but the pos taggers we have to segregate from the sentence. Word.governor and word.embedding. So if there are embedding other things, so that is going to segregate from the sentence. that is going to support a process adding the data to each word. So if we will add the word dot process, it is going to load the different corpora, that is corpus, that is data, right? So that was the first data type. The second data type I will tell you, that is cltk.core.data_types.sentence. So S is capital there, that is again a data type of CLTK library, and that is actually contains sentence underscore embeddings, that is a weighted average of the word embeddings of the sentence. So if there are embeddings are there in the sentence, that is included with the word, that will be just when we will apply that when we will apply the types dot data types dot sentence, it will be segregated. Next data type is cltk.core.data_types.doc document. So that is actually containing the doc.raw, that is the corpus, raw corpus, which is the original input string to capital NLP function.analyze function and doc.words. So that is actually the original input string that will be taken by these functions, which is a list of word object, right? So it is an input and output of each process and final output for the NLP function. The fourth type of data type is cltk.core.data_types.process. So P is capital here, that is again a fourth type of data type in CLTK library, that is going to take and return a document. So in this, actually each process does some processing of information within the document. Within the corpora, it has to, corpora is a collection of corpus. Corpus is nothing but the document that will be saved in the libraries, that is predefined documents. Then that is going to annotate each word object at doc.words. So by the using doc.words, it is going to annotate each and every object from this process data type. Now I'll share you about the goals of CLTK library. So how, what is the main objective of the using CLTK library? So the goals of the CLTK are that is going to use for to compiling the analysis friendly corpora. The corpora is already uploaded there, and that we need to use from the CLTK library, and that will be the analysis friendly when we are going to do the research. On the second hand, we can collect and generate the linguistic data. Linguistic data means whatever grammatical structure is there, we can just check and we can collect and generate different linguistic science sentences and structure from the corpora. The third objective is it is going to act as a free and open platform for generating the scientific research. So here free and open means it is actually on the, that is a freely available library. Only the need is we have to just install and import this library, and we are going to use for the different scientific research as an individual as a team. So for the developing the NLP applications and NLP models, we are going to use this CLTK libraries when we need the ancient languages to pre-process these type of languages, and we want to use those corpora. So then we need to use, we can use freely, that is freely available open platform. So that is 3 goals of the CLTK library is. Next, I am going to tell about how to install the CLTK library. Basically, CLTK currently support the Python versions 3.7, 3.8 and 3.9, right? So, before using CLTK library, we need to install Python programming language, and CLTK will be built and tested and supported for the Python 3.7 initially. and then it has been just upgraded for the 3.8, 3.9 and another versions. So that actually has been used for the 3.7 Python using POSIX complaint operating system. So that is actually has been used for Linux, Mac and BSD's operating systems. So now if you want to install with pip, so how to install in the Python? So first of all, you need a working installation of Python 3.7. First we need to install Python 3.7 software, and which is also freely available, and which is now includes the pip. So with the pip only we can use this. Then we need to create a virtual environment. Virtual environment means we need to give the path to just run the different modules of this Python library that will be used in the CLTK. So with the Python we need to install the different installations, different environment for the this Python 3.7, and then we need to activate this by writing actually on the command prompt of the Python 3.7. We need to write Python 3.7 space -m space venv space venv. So that will be actually used for the virtual environment, right? Now in the next line, when we need to activate that, then we need to write with the command prompt, actually we need to write source space venv slash bin, that is a bin, and then slash activate. So by writing this one line after installing the Python, making the Python environment, it is going to be activated. We can just use that. Okay. So now we will see the other things. Next, what we have to do, then we need to install the CLTK, which is actually automatically includes all the dependency related to all the files and all the log files it is going to generate. And then what we need to do, we need to just install the CLTK library. So we are going to write on the Python pip space install space CLTK. Next, we need to actually install git, which the CLTK uses for to download and creating and updating the corpora. Corpora is nothing but the number of document has been kept here already in the CLTK library. So now next we need to install git, as I said, and then we need to download and upload the corpora to use as per our need. And if we want to automatically import any of the CLTK corpora. Now the installation of Git will depend on our operating system. So as we have seen, the dependency we have installed on the Mac and Linux. So that will be actually depend on the on which type of operating system we are installing this CLTK and other dependencies. Next, what is the CLTK use actually? So the CLTK.nlp function, that is having the pre-configured processing pipelines, that is supporting the 19 type of languages, a number of languages. And then it is going to execute CLTK.nlp.capital-NLP.analyze, that is a function to return a CLTK core data types .doc object. Why? Because while using the different type of corpora, we need to just analyze this, start this, and then it is going to just return a data type that is a .doc object. So that is going to contain all the processed information at one place. In the next line, we need to process the different text, whatever we need to just initialize. So first what we will do on the Python command prompt, we need to just write from CLTK import NLP. So that is natural language processing. We need to just call that whenever we need to just need to install a we can say sentences with related to the languages, different languages. So here we are using the Latin language. So one object I will create, that is this virtue virus, and equal to, I will going to just write a sentence with the double quotes. So that is has been written in the Latin language, and then in the next line I need to call this object whatever I have created. So in the next line again I will create a CLTK underscore NLP object. In that I am going to just pass, I am going to tell it is a Latin language with what is a version of the language. So in the capital NLP function I will write language is equal to, in double quotes, LAT, that is Latin. So now it is going to give the going to tell about what are the different processes are there in this language and what are the related things are there in this language, this library. So it is going to give the pipeline for language Latin, and this information it will give. So it is only for to just checking the Latin function, right? In the next line, what we need to write? We need to write CLTK underscore DOC. Again, I am calling object. I am creating object, and I am just writing CLTK underscore NLP dot analyze function. In that I will pass the sentence that has been written in the Latin language. So here I'll pass text is equal to that object, virtue virus object. So by using this, by writing this line, it is going to load that particular sentence in this object, and that will be going to pass in the text. Right? Now I will tell about how to import the CLTK's corpus. So the CLTK corpus actually stores all the data in the local directory. That is directory name is CLTK underscore data, and that is going to create it at a user's root directory. Whenever we will use, we need to give the path. So if we will set the virtual environment at one time, again and again, we don't need to do that. But whenever we are going to come into the CLTK, we can say folder, so we need to just write the user's root directory. So we will write that, and upon the first initialization of the corpus importer class, that is going to initiate this all the data, all the related data of the CLTK. Within this are an original directory in which untouched copies, that is not has been used, just that is raw copies of the downloaded and copied files will be kept, that will be preserved. And then we can say a directory for the every language, every written language is going to help for which the corpus has been downloaded. That is the main motive of this writing this, and just calling this corpus importer class. That is going to also contains the CLTK log. This is the log file for all the CLTK logging. It means that whatever documents, whatever corpora we have downloaded, it is going to show all the things in the log file. Right. In the next, we are going to list what are the different corpora we have used in the CLTK library. So to see all the corpora available for importing, we need to use the function list underscore corpora. So again we need to write the function, write the syntax for that. So in the command prompt we will write from cltk.corpus.utils, that is utilization library, and importer, and then we will write import corpus importer class. So that is actually going to import all the corpora at one place. Next, we need to say what sentence we need to just do, what sentence we need to just pre-process. So I am going to just make object corpus underscore importer, and this I will pass is equal to corpus importer, and bracket I will pass the which type of language I need. So I am just passing the Greek language in the double quotes, right? In the next line, I'll just write the corpus underscore importer dot list underscore corpora. So list underscore corpora is used will be used for the importing all the corpora at one place. So this line actually going to load all the Greek language related corpora at one place. So in the next line we will get the output like this. These are the different corporas and that has been kept in the CLTK library. So that was the listing of the CLTK corpora at one place. Now, importing a single corpus. Importing a single corpus, how to do that? So to download a remote corpus, we use the following. For the Latin library, we need to write from space cltk.corpus.utils.importer as same, and then we need to write space import, then space corpus importer. So here C and I is capital, that is predefined function for to just import the different corpuses. Now in the next line, likewise same as we have listed the corpora, we need to write the corpus importer is equal to corpus importer in bracket Latin in the double quotes. And in the next line, we need to write corpus underscore importer dot import underscore corpus, and in the sentence, in the bracket, in the function, we will write the Latin underscore text, which type of corpora we need. So we have seen the listing of all the corpora in the before slide, and in this slide, we are going to just take one corpus from there. So I will write that full corpus name, whatever written there, and then it is going to download. It is showing that how it is going to be downloaded. It is downloaded 100% in the CLTK library. So that is how we can list the CLTK corpus individually. Now I will discuss about the related upgraded library, that is natural language toolkit. So this toolkit actually advanced version of the CLTK library. So here I will tell about the introduction of this. The NLTK is actually a standard Python library that is going to provide a set of diverse algorithm for natural language processing techniques. This toolkit is actually one of the most powerful NLP library after the CLTK library, which is actually containing all the packages to make machine understandable human language, and then it is going to respond in the proper manner. It is going to give the output in the appropriate manner. Although it is going to provide easy to use interfaces to the over 50 plus corporas, and also it is going to use for the lexical resources, that is WordNet. Here one of the lexical resource has been just kept, that is going to help for along with the suite of text processing library. Those will be used for the different techniques, that is classification, tokenization, stemming, tagging, parsing, and semantic reasoning, and also for the wrapper for other industrial strength related NLP libraries. And that is also going to support a help forum, that is a discussion forum. So this is the main functionality of the text processing libraries using WordNet. And NLTK library has been called a wonderful tool for teaching and working in computational linguistic science using Python. Why? Because this is going to support for all the related modules, all the related corpora, and all the related machine learning models. That is also called as a amazing library to play with the natural language. So this was the introduction of the NLTK toolkit, and before that I have discussed about the CLTK toolkit. That was the basic toolkit for to just understand the different corporas and different pre-processing techniques and functions about the CLTK. So that is all about the today's class. Thank you for watching.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.